Hello everyone and welcome back to the Ironside cast. With me, Matt. We're having 4v4 here on Road to Arnhem again on the Eastern Front. I think the last one we had was also this one, but it was a 3v3. Maybe 4v4 this time. Let's go through the players. Starting off with the Mthis, we have Silverwolf without a commander. We have Kagaboo also as the Mthis without a commander. We have Radico as the Wehrmacht without a commander. And Maverick straight to the gate with Panzer Tactics for the Mthis. Representing the Soviets today. We have Glance 02 without a commander. Big Ups, Yellow Kaiser, and Rachel, all without a commander. I guess they'll pick stuff when they start to see what the enemies are using. Only how these things go. Unless you have something early planned, like we can see Maverick is going straight for Hitler Youth rather than Sturm Grenadiers. They're going for some cheap alternative. Try and shore up the front line. Nothing too unusual. There's some Sturm Pioneers rushing into the center, yeah? Good, the central point. There's some gunfights already being exchanged on here between the Sturm Pioneers and the Sapper Squad. Might not be that good for the Sappers in that engagement. Oh, they didn't manage to get the point. Oh, that's... They are going to take the point though. But you'll get into cover quickly. Yeah, with the Soviets having an engagement here in the center against the Sturm Pioneers. They might overrun that position very quickly. More Sturm Pioneers being rushed up. But the Soviets are arriving en masse. Throwing Molotovs. Squad on the open though. They have used vodka, so they can take a little bit more damage, but they're forcing the Sturm Pioneers off. Molotovs have forced them off, as well as the Sappers flanking. Good quick advance there from the Soviet Union. And up here we have more Soviets fighting against the Waffen-SS. So the Wehrmacht has gone for, I believe this is Infanterie. No, this is Mechanisierte, Light Division. That should be interesting. The Light Division here on the Eastern Front. While the Hitler Youth are fighting up here on the northern flank. Well, down here we have more Waffen-SS Panzer Division on the field. Might see a lot of heavy Panzers late game for this. Panzerwege around here for the Soviet Union advancing. Some more high quality infantry for the Soviet Union there. And certainly give the fight to some of the German. Oh, Molotov and the Sturm Grenadiers, and the Sturm Grenadiers also died. That's a huge loss here for Silverwolf. Only down to one Sturm Grenadier squad. They're very costly to get back. That's a grenade on them. They might want to just get out of there. Kulevak with an MG-34 has arrived here to try and hold down the area. The Soviets are still advancing across the front line, throwing Molotovs everywhere. Kulevak with an MG-42 in the northern flank. Hitler Youth supporting it. We have commanders here from the Soviets. Let's have a look. Looks like this is Moda. Has no one picked anything else? Nope, just the northern Soviet flank is picked Moda. You can see if there'll be any change later on. But we're getting some good shots on that Kubelwagen. One more volley. There we go. Gunner kills. Kubelwagen has to get out of there quick. Too late though. The Soviets are applying a lot of pressure in the center here. Having followed up with lots of Panzerwege behind cover. But on the northern flank, the Germans have pushed through. The Hitler Youth and the Light Division have secured some ground. Just need to keep pushing forwards, though. There's an MG-44 having arrived here for the Waffen-SS. It's out in the open, though, but still so far they got the upper hand in that engagement. Firefighters continue down here in the south. Rifles just keeping exchanged. Looks like we have some guns trying to advance here. They are under a lot of fire as they advance. The vodka and the light cover is protecting them somewhat though. But now they are not going to have cover. Hitler Youth quickly mowing them down. Axing around here for the Soviet Union as well as a lot more infantry. They want to see if they can overrun this position. They need to all advance quickly. And not be bunched up, because that'll make them easy to suppress by the Kubelwagen. They couldn't just try and set up sandbags by the looks of it. Max manages to suppress one Hitler Youth squad. They are behind heavy cover, so they'll take minimal damage. But the southern flank, the Germans are trying to re-secure it. But there's some Mattcasting there to stop them. Grades do go out though. Doesn't do enough damage though, and the Sturm Pioneers do die. Looks like the Germans have lost a lot of units already in some cases. MG-34 inside the structure though. We laying out suppressive fire in the Soviet positions. Or Hitler Youth are under present, but they are being suppressed. Hitler Youth do get suppressed faster than the Sturm Grenadiers. And the squad even dies dead to the fires. Hitler Youth trying to hold the ground. Molotov going that way. But it actually hits some of the zappers. We do have an MG42 here running here for the Wehrmacht. Really laying down a lot of suppressive fire alongside the Kuppelwagen. It'll make it very difficult for the Soviets to advance. Panzer squad arriving here in the cinder for the Waffen-SS. Axel being located southwards there. As the Germans are slowly solidifying that front line. Looks like the battle lines have solidified down the line completely. With neither side having the upper hand. After a few early engagements in a very mobile kind of warfare, it's solidified. So I wonder how static it'll become. Will we see a lot of artillery later on, or will we see a quick push from one side to try and break through? Suppose we'll find out soon enough. Sturm Pioneers trying to advance down here, encountering some more Panzerviki. Panzerviki are happy to equip with a DPM. Should allow them to win that engagement now from cover to cover. Once the DPM starts really firing, as you can see. We also have a command choice. It is Tank Destroyer. So we have more than Tank Destroyer so far for the Soviets. And double Panzer for the Waffen-SS and Light. They're not sure on the final Waffen-SS player yet. They've also gone for Panzer. So we have triple Panzer and Leichte? Yikes! Lots of heavy vehicles might be on the field later on. And light vehicles to support from the Light Division. Half track with some Sturm Grenadier, not Sturm Grenadiers, Panzer Grenadiers already advancing here. Using their MKB 42s. But Tank Hunter's got a good shot in the half track. Forcing them back. Or Hitler Youth is trying to advance, but there is a half track here with some motorized troops inside. Really equipped with some PPS Aegis. We also have some Czech machine guns there on the Sabot unique upgrade if you're playing as Motor, I'm pretty sure. But the Sabot's can't really get around here because of all the machine gun fire. Light Division is quickly digging in with everything they got. Hillbox going up and some fighting positions. They want to keep that area held. A mortar has arrived there for the Soviet Union in the center. Will quickly be relocated to the other flank if needed. But it's quickly trying to shield around the machine gun here. Soviets have set up 40 headquarters, but there's still being mowed down as they try to get to it. Soviets are trying to do another assault down here. They've already seen where the Waffen-SS has their forward HQ. Which could quickly become their tricky position. They need to get behind cover here. They are fighting conscripts at least, and conscripts at range are not the most efficient. We have some more Sturm Pioneers there throwing some grenades. Maxim trying to push up here. So the Soviets move up here. Using the cover to advantage. Throwing grenades across the open area. Ooh, those Panzer Grenadiers were way too far in the open. The Soviets are suffering heavy losses here. The Germans will have a hard time replacing them. Order still shielding the central area. Not really doing much at the moment. It's a really lucky shot. A little bit of a back and forth here in the southern flank. Incendiary grenades on both sides. Well, a Molotov and then an incendiary grenade, but the German incendiary grenade wins out. You have a Valentine tank around here for the Soviet Union. Trying to apply some more pressure. A light tank from the British Commonwealth that the Soviets became very fond of, as I understand. That's surprisingly decent gun for its size. So should not be underestimated. MP4 is being handed out here to the Sturm Grenadiers. That'll give them some automatic firepower. Pretty good at holding back the Soviet infantry if they try to assault again. And they've also been equipped with a Panzerfaust. We do have a Panzerjäger here with a Panzerschreck. They missed. It is a fairly small target. On the northern flank we have a half-track with some motorized troopers around the flank here. But there is a tank hunter nearby with a Panzerbüchse. So far did not penetrate the first shot. That's a signal for the half-track destroyer to move back. PBSA does not do that much in this case, actually. More Soviet infantry is assaulting, though. Trying to rush across the open area. They managed to get a squad across. But now they're being caught off. They do manage to get a great assault on the machine gun. Clearing it out. More Soviet conscripts are still arriving. Just trying to apply more and more pressure. Also, the Odon engineers are getting out of the vehicle to assault here. They might have cover with the PBSH and then quickly mowing down the Germans. And more conscripts also pushing up to apply more pressure. Because they can just be there to apply pressure constantly. Having more and more manpower that can continue to flood the battlefield. We have a command choice. It is rifle. That's why we're seeing so many conscripts too. As I believe the conscripts become cheaper as you upgrade your base as the Soviets, and even more cheaper if you're playing as rifle commander. So at the end of the game, you can like get a very, very cheap conscripts. Just flood the battlefield if need be. Oh, we have a command car here, but it's being torn to pieces by the 50 caliber machine gun. And the 50 caliber machine gun on the half-track should not be underestimated. It's American provided. Soviets use a lot of Lend-Lease equipment from Britain and the United States, as I understand. Well, not really a lot, but actually a good amount from what I understand, especially in the truck department. Truck and light vehicle department and half-tracks. Pillbox has been equipped with an MG42 though. Well, or MG42 has entered the pillbox. And it will certainly provide an issue here for the Soviets to deal with. The southern flank, we have another assault here from the Soviets. They managed to use smoke to get close. There's a lot of Germans though, they have prepared a second line. They just need to man it. Great assault there in front of the Storm Pioneers. Doing a lot of good work actually. But the conscripts still have to pull back. Light 80 gun has been brought up here by the Soviets. The fighting is somewhat quieted down in the center for the moment. Still a few shots being fired though. But there's mostly up here in the north, there's a lot of action going on. If the Soviets can just keep pressing the advantage up here. There's a lot of German infantry and a Puma now to support them. Also a Panzer equipped on these Storm Pioneers, I spotted it. Puma pushed up, firing a high explosive rounds. Doing some damage there to the conscripts. But again, the conscripts being present is good for the Soviets, as they can just keep pushing more manpower on it. Mthis failed to penetrate the front of the Puma. The other shot did not fail to penetrate though, dazing the crew. And it's dying out. But the Soviets still need some more infantry up there. The engineers are doing their best behind heavy cover. And these engineers are pretty damn good being a four-man team though. Very costly for a four-man team. But very efficient at what they do if they can get behind enemy lines. Plus we have some Panzer Grenadiers here from the first SS. Already being equipped with some Sturmgewehrs and being equipped with an MG42 as well. This gun is used as an artillery piece now. Doing a pretty good work, bit of work there. More smokes. Oh, they're smoking and then throwing satchel charges. Very smart. That's a good way of dealing with it. Good job, Soviets. I think the smoke was from the mortar? No. Was that an officer? Oh, it was from this mortar. Okay. But that's allowing the Soviets to now push through here. But the Germans are doing their best to try and keep the Soviets at bay. You have a Panzer IV F1 on the battlefield here as a command tank. Let's see how much work they can do. So far it's doing a pretty decent amount of work. Yeah, not really, but I suppose we'll see. We do have an officer here, a Capitan here from the Motor Division. That's what we're calling here in the southern flank. Like it's being called in here by a Soviet Capitan. Very widespread and doing a fair bit of damage too. And that's why they should charge. They should just start advancing across the field. They have an opening and they need to exploit it. There's a lack of Soviet infantry to follow up behind it. Smoke being popped in front of the pack. Very good use there of the Valentine smoke ability. The Soviets are still advancing across. They do have satchel charges ready. They're probably going to try and satchel charge the forward headquarters here. Indeed, satchel charge going out. Let's see how much damage that'll do. Not too much. The Germans can still hold here. But they're losing a lot of infantry. They've actually lost all the infantry. They only have support teams left. Soviets could just amass some more infantry. They could probably break through at some point. Bombardment going on the center. Artillery going in response to the Soviets up here in the north. Called in by the lieutenant, I think. There's some light artillery, nothing too special. All of the first SS being positioned on the northern flank. With some Hitler Youth to screen for them. But the Soviets are still amassing troops. Lots of conscripts here from the rifle commander. Like to see it. There's a KV-1 arriving. T-54 also slowly starting to roll onto the field as well. And take up for more of the Soviet players. We have some more SS Panzergrenadiers arriving to the southern flank soon. Lots of SS Panzers, so we might see a lot of Tiger tanks later on. So the SS infantry is doing a good job here having the Hitler Youth screen for them. And the Panzergrenadiers can do their killing. Or Odon engineers present, but they need to get behind cover, I feel. Kapitan is preparing to call in heavy artillery around this area. Ranging shots have already started to go in. We also have an Emscher. Lend-Lease from the United States, a Sherman. And here comes the Soviet artillery. So I think the Germans need to just pull back quickly. Because this was going to be a massive artillery strike. Actually killing one of the squads. I think he killed the Hitler Youth. And with that, the Soviets are starting to advance. The conscripts are pushing forwards. Emschers are rolling up behind. Big push here from the Soviet Union. Lots of Soviet infantry, great assault and everything. And now the Emschers are pushing forward. The conscripts just need to keep screening. Keep applying pressure. That's the power of the Soviet Union right there. Panzer 48 taken out. The conscripts are now pulling back. But it did allow the Soviets to get some more ground. Also threatening this 48 headquarters. Although those Odon engineers are taking heavy losses. Now the Germans only need to get more troops there. We also have some Italians in the field. Unique battle group available to Wehrmacht liked it. So we have Italians in this part of the front line. Interesting. I guess many of the Italians are actually fighting on the eastern front, as I understand. Being sent there by Mussolini. Yeah, more AT guns now arriving for the Germans. Are certainly needed. We have more Italians on the field here. Some Toscana. Also, is breaking through here with their sappers. They want to try and destroy stuff. They're changing their target to the mortar, to the bunker, I mean, which is very smart. Take down the MG bunker is always a good idea. The Soviets can just apply more pressure. Looks like the KV-1 was destroyed somewhere. It looks like around here. As the Panzerjägers took care of it. And we have more Italians moving forward here. Also have a light infantry gun. Here comes the first SS Panzergrenadiers again. They're just trying to rehold their line as the Panzer 48 is being prepared. The southern flank, the Soviets are trying to get around. NG42 realizes it was about to be flanked. And there's a first SS Panzergrenadier nearby to help. Having been equipped with scope Sturmgewehr. We're gonna start bringing an MG. MG's lost. Still be recovered though. Siberian squads have arrived though. Taking up more of the front line. And smoke barrage in the center. Try and master an assault might also occur here. Full Sturmgewehr loaded here for the first SS. So fully automatic weaponry. But the Soviets are still pushing through. The MG42 is able to cover them. Valentine pushes forward. They get a Molotov off on the pack. But first, there's still a Panzerfaust, I believe. Yep, Panzerfaust going out. Valentine gets taken out. Siberians are not going to survive that engagement. Rifle going out. But they can just keep reinforcing fence to the 4 HQ. But if the Soviets had a few more infantry here, they could have pushed through. The Sender is still going somewhat static. With the T-34 arriving here. And the SS officer outside his tank is just trying to survive. Pack gun is present. Supposed to pull back. The Armored forces inform the Italians and the officers have to pull back. SS have fortified up here. They lost the 4 HQ though. Atishas have arrived on the battlefield. We're gonna get ready to start bombing the Germans even harder now with rockets. Also, there's a service in the mass push over here I didn't see. Lots of infantry informal conscripts pushing forwards. The Wehrmacht is having a hard time keeping them at bay. But the first SS can provide some supporting fire from this angle. There's a lot of conscripts. And they can just be so easily replaced. Good mortar shot though. Killing the veteran conscript squads. Italians doing their best to hold. Very small squads, but somewhat efficient, I think. And what they do. Like efficient holding infantry. Oh, great in the mortar! The Soviets just need to prepare the next wave now. We're getting ready to move into position to fire somewhere. Artillery being exchanged here on both sides. Another conscript assault over there. There's many shells being exchanged here. But no actual artillery commanders, I think. Let's check again. Tank destroyer. Rifle. Shock! Okay. And motor. So we have a lot of variety here for the Soviets. And a lot of similar things here for the Germans. So they might be a little bit not as flexible in the later parts of the battle. What they can provide, but German heavy panzers are pretty decent. Also, we have a big artillery gun going up though, a 100mm. But the Germans have spotted it and are calling it artillery. Just shows open fire by the looks of it. Killing the Sender here. Making the German headquarters get ablaze. I mean, they have to demolish that soon enough. Germans are just fortifying across the front line. They have brought the Stuka-Sofus forwards though. That's one advantage of being the SS Panzer. You can't get the Stuka-Sofus out. It does mean you have less resource for the tanks. Oh, getting a good counter hit there on the Soviets. But the Soviet Frontoviki are advancing. Not allowed to stop them at the moment, and they have good cover positions. So it's also flanking around down here with some specialist guards. Just waiting for their order to move, or strike anyway. Oh, they knew there was something there. Quick grenade. And then the flamethrower to clear out the machine gun. Because these guards can stealth and sneak up on the enemy. And they're gonna have to deal with the other SS troops. That's where the other troops need to make a move quick, like the Siberians here. Siberians getting into cover positions. They need to get some artillery strikes in, but they do only have one Ciscon that can actually do artillery strikes here. Yeah, well, across the front line. So it's a set over 48 quarters. The fight continues across. More MTS are arriving bit by bit, and the next wave of conscripts have been mustering here. They're just awaiting the order. We also have a major nearby overseeing everything. They're waiting for the major's orders before they do their charge. That's gonna be a lot of conscripts after all. It's gonna be 1, 5, 6 squads so far. We also have a 7th somewhere, probably arriving to help as well. Well, an 8th. Remember, these conscripts are very cheap now for Novigops, so they can get a lot of conscripts very easily. I think the Major can do a for Mother Russia ability. Tactical movement. Yeah, he can do more for Mother Russia. But it can be really good at just pressing forwards because they'll be immune to suppression. However, they cannot retreat when you activate it. But it means you can just push through any machine gun fire that might suppress your troops. The Germans have fortified with more lines of defense though. And we do have a Tiger tank arriving for the southern flank to show up the front line. Which they desperately need because they're being kind of overrun down here. There's also an SU-100, I think. Yeah. Which could actually deal with the Tiger tank if the Germans are not good in their positioning. Tiger tank reveals itself. That's going to force some of the Soviets to pull back a bit. Probably waiting for the SU-100 to get into position. Yeah, artillery happening around. Shock troopers trying to advance here, but under a lot of fire. They are negative cover. Even then, they actually do manage to get out alive. Lots of artillery happening up here. It's Sugasifus, hitting the Udon forces and even destroying a Sherman. Apparently you can hear that. I'm still trying to work a little bit on my microphone settings. Soviet wave has been built up. Are they gonna charge? We have double layer sandbags here for the Germans. Indeed, they're charging. He has done Ura and for Mother Russia. So they are just gonna start moving forwards here. They cannot be suppressed now for this amount of time. And then the Katyusha's going in as well. That's actually a good way of doing it. Yeah, the Soviet conscripts are just pushing forwards, but you cannot retreat them while Mother Russia is active. So these men are just being pushed into, you know, the grinder, but they're doing a pretty decent job still. They're allowing the Soviets to get a lot of ground by just doing man wave assaults here. That's allowed them to push the front line up a bit. A Panther tank has arrived though for the light division. It's certainly proved to be a problem. The Tiger has to pull back from the southern flank to repair. Took a shot here from the SU-100. IS-2 is being prepared by the Shock Army. Italians and Germans are providing a lot of supporting fire. Next wave of conscripts are arriving. Try and show up the front line again. Just apply pressure. But they no longer have Mother Russia active, so they can be suppressed. Likewise, they can retreat. They are able to retreat now, though. More Katyusha rockets going in. Aiming around the Panther and the Italians. The first and still hold their position up here. Need to see what the Soviets push with that IS-2. Would be quite vital. Tiger tank on the southern flank is alive still. Gonna make it a little bit more difficult for the Soviets to advance, knowing that there's a heavy tank present. We also have a Tiger tank running for the central front. We have lots of heavy panzers today, I think. Or will have a lot of heavy panzers, rather. Already getting shot by some AT guns. So far, no luck, though. SU-100. No, that's a T-34. Probably being used as bait, but SU-100 is not in position. Let's try to get enough flank where he can threaten, but he got shot by the Tiger tank. Taken out in one shot. Tiger tank took a shot here in the central flank. Central front runner. Panther slowly pushes forwards, trying to support the Italian infantry and the German officer. But it is a 100mm, so the Panther has to be cautious. Indeed, the Lieutenant is already calling an artillery strike around it. Versus his Panther's good ideas and some Italians are pushing forwards. Lots of action here. Indeed, hitting the 100mm and clearing it out. Meanwhile, we have the IS-2 pushing in the center here. Tiger tanks has to be somewhat cautious against an IS-2. And Tiger tank now he needs to be cautious of the SU-100. Who's fighting around where the IS-2 is, I reckon? Yep. Only did some mobility damage, which the Soviets have to repair now. Northern flank, the Panther still pushes forward, and MT is going to try and intercept. I don't think the MT wants that fight. Never mind, it actually got a good penetration. Panther has to back off. Next wave of Soviets are pushing forwards. They have activated from Mother Russia. And the Katyushas are firing in. They're probably coordinating this, which is good teamwork. Now the MT is pushing forward as well. But there's only one MT. One tank to support all these conscripts. It's going to be overworked, and then it's too much work for it as it gets hit by a rocket. It can still be recovered though, just a crew dive. Some conscripts might run into it to try and use the gun. So far not though. The Soviets have managed to get some more ground thanks to the sacrifices of all these conscripts. MT got destroyed entirely. We have a fair amount of Italians here still. Panzer 40 on the move up here. Looks like the IS-2 is pushing through the center. It still has his mobility damage though. There's a high chance it can get immobilized. Tiger tank has to be cautious still. It is an IS-2. And the IS-2, if they have diminished... No, it used its AP run already. But once the AP run is ready again, that can do a lot of damage. Tiger failed to penetrate. High explosive round did some minor damage to the Tiger. Second Tiger comes in to join. Panzer hits it, mobility is lost. That thing is going to be stuck. And there it goes, it's stuck. It's an easy target now. It gets taken out by a pack. Not the 88s, but a pack 40. The Soviets are still pressing up down here now. They have hidden gas on the flank. The SU-100 is using the road to drive around. The German front line is slowly getting thinner. But he's getting pressed in. But it is, as it's contrasting, it is getting quite tight with its location of troops. They can easily support each other. Lucas and Fus is opening find an open flank here. Ooh. Second Tiger being prepared upon the southern Waffen SS by looks of it. Let's see. Second SU-100 on the southern flank. Hunscans are slowly advancing. Germans cannot cover everything. The guards have managed to get around here. They know where the headquarters is. They've been spotted though. They're trying to do a grenade assault. Trying to take out the Panzer Grenadiers. But they're going to mean to the flak. The flak does enough damage to scare them off. But the Germans have lost a lot of troops down here. After this is barely having any soldiers. But with the second Tiger tank, they might be able to shore it up. Titan push for the center. Wreck of the IS-2 still around there. If the foe tries to make a shot here, not gonna have a high chance because... Wow! SU-100 the flank! Coming clutch! Wow! That was a big damn shot. That Tiger tank has to back off for a while. Oh damn! I forget how good the SU-100 is. Second IS-2 in the field though soon. With two Tiger tanks working together, it's going to be very hard to beat on the southern flank. Especially if they can coordinate them well. The thing is just keep them separate enough where they are not an easy target, but also close enough where they can support each other. Like to prevent each other from getting flanked. SU-100 though takes a good shot, injuring the driver on one Tiger. Smoke being popped. Waiting for the driver to get replaced. And they'll try and back off for repairs. SU-100 takes a blind shot and fails. And for Tang moving on the northern flank here with the Italian infantry. There's basically no German infantry left on the Wehrmacht side. Just Italians now to support. Versus on the northern flank is also running low on infantry. Soviets have done a good job bleeding on dry somewhat. More conscripts are being prepared. Panthers will constantly be a little bit on the move. But the Italian infantry is providing good support here for the Panther, covering its flank. Waffen SS is pushing for the center here. They're also preparing for a second Tiger. IS-2 has arrived, however. Loading an AP round. Oh, SU-100 on the flank. That's going to force the Tigers to back off soon. If 4 leads the way alongside the IS. They want to get close enough to a shot. T-54 dies, but the Tiger does go down. I think it's got taken out by the assist gun there. There's very little to stop the IS-2 from overrunning the front line here. We do have more Tigers back here, however. And we also have an ISU-122 on the fields. Bring the same gun as on the IS, I think. Just in an assault gun form. Unique heavy armor to motor, I'm pretty sure. Italians are put across the open ground. They're encountering some resistance, but not enough resistance, I think. They're still out in the open. Making them easier targets. Took us a first open fire. Probably aiming around here. Yep. Doing only minimal damage. B4 is being set up here by the Soviet shock army. So the Tiger tanks are converging on the southern flank for a moment. They probably are planning to try and push the Soviets back down here if possible. Realizing, although they need to realize that's also where the SU-100s are, who are a very big threat to the Tigers. Rockets going in. Try and stun the front line. Take this out. One eye SU-100. Oh god, that's exactly what the Tigers have been waiting for. Main gun destroyed on one Tiger though. The Tigers move up. They just need to get a good shot on that SU-100. So the SU-100 has to back off. Because it is paper thin armor-wise compared to the Tiger. But the Germans need the infantry to push up alongside the Tigers. The Tigers alone cannot do enough. IS-2 forced the Tiger back with an AP round. But took some damage in return. Not sure what that Soviet mortar was doing. Well, mortar crew member or something. Was that the conscripts are being prepared for the next move. Now big ups is just providing the meat heals that the Soviets can do, which is actually pretty efficient in team games to have one Soviet player play as rifle and just get conscripts a lot. Because it can apply a lot of pressure to a flank. Especially when you do for Mother Russia in charge. And suddenly overwhelm an enemy. Double artillery strike being called here by the German officers. Not sure what they're preparing for. But the Sysgun is trying. Oh, the Sysgun managed to stop the Hauptmann or Hauptsturmführer from doing his thing. Man. Tiger tanks are pulling back here for repairs by looks of it. Panzers have dug in across the front line here. Panzerwerfer rockets going in now. That should cause some disruption. Montevici advancing forwards, but they're being mowed down by machine gun fire. ISU-122 trying to push up here. It does have as good armor as an IS-2 though, so you need to be cautious with it. Just against packs. Double pack in there. Packs in a very entrenched position. But backs off. Because the B4 is firing somewhere. I think it's fine down here. Certainly got some kills. Just infantry though. Let's see where it's firing. It takes another shell here. There it goes. Cat's aiming around here. And for pulling back for some light repairs. The Tiger tank is operational again on the southern flank. The Tiger Descender is also ready again. What's with all the Tigers these days? Guess people just like heavy panzers at the moment. The Tiger, while it's good, it's not very efficient, I feel. Like, if you lose them, they are very costly. If they do their job, they can certainly pay for themselves. I just feel there's a lack of German infantry on most flanks. Infantry is always very important. Both Tigers have gotten a Panzer officer. They're also getting their engine upgrades. They're gonna be very high quality Tiger tanks. Most of is trying to advance here, but they're getting suppressed. They also established a bunker here to cover the flank. Very smart. Tanks are just not moving yet, because they know if they move somewhere down there, the SU-100s can just hit them probably. Artillery hail to hit the SS position. At least adequately enough. MT-42 still operational. And quickly moves down the Soviet infantry to advance, as you can see. ISU-122 tries to advance. Hits the sandbag wall. Not very efficient. IS-2 tries to advance down here in the southern flank. Gonna counter the Tiger tanks. Looks at the SU-100s, which support it. Oh, Tiger tank took a penetrating hit. Has to back off. More shock troopers are arriving too to try and lead the assault. And another Tiger tank has arrived. This time for the northern Mthis player. Troopers are advancing across the open ground, getting suppressed. So there's an MT-42 here. Oh boy. Tiger tank heading northwards. IS-2 getting those repairs. What's happened to the SU-100s? Did they all get destroyed? Damn, that's actually the moment the Germans should strike, but you need to repair that Tiger. They are getting some panzer grenadiers, I see, so that's good. Need those to support the Tigers as they advance. The only ones, about one panzer grenadier squad per tank is how I do it. I always have the squad near the tanks to support it. Tigers forming up in a battle group here. But they're taking hits from the CIS guns. There's also a 100mm 80 gun down here. Oh, that was the B4 that hit around them. They're too bunched up, so they need to target for the B4. So the boost rockets do a good bit of damage this time. One Tiger tank decides I want to assault. Ooh, other Tiger tank took a big hit there from the B4. Needs repairs. Really pulling back for the repairs it needs. Ooh, B4's got another good shot there, but didn't destroy any Tigers. But that's a lot of good disruption. Judge was now securing the center here for the Soviet Union. Damn, it's been a while since I've done a cast, hasn't it? Conscripts are formed up here. Question is if they'll do another charge. The Major is still in the field. Just standing back here, not getting much experience though. T-45 on the field. Troopers are trying to hold back the Italians as they slowly creep up. Other structures are pushing down here behind the destroyed IS-2. A truck arriving here for the Soviets again. And a Capitan as well. As well as a replacement SU-100s, I think. Yeah, there it is. No, wait, that's the T-54 in the 60. SU-100 is already down here. Bungas are preventing the Soviets from advancing too far. Looks like the attack tanks are forming up for some kind of combined operation. Might be planning to push the Soviets out down here if they can. Soviets first opens up a preliminary barrage. Okay, someone Sysgun. Now the attackers advance. And you need to advance rapidly. There they go. Take out the 100mm crew. There's a lack of things here to stop it. The Tigers are just slowly advancing. The Bears are grabbing the 100mm. Ooh, one TIE tank gets taken out. A TIE tank gets taken out. That is very costly for the Germans. TIE tanks are not cheap. IS-2 now advances and wants to try and take out the last one. I exposed dust to the minimal. TIE tank got a good shot. I think this TIE tank might win this fight. Oh, he failed to penetrate. But the IS-2 is not loading an AP round. I exposed dust minimal damage. IS-2's armor is still holding up. P4 shots now landing in. We didn't see the graphic though. Panther tank moves to flank. IS-2 manages to back off. And the B4 manages to hit the mobility on the Tiger there. Oh, that IS-2 is in a risky position. It's turning its rear. Oh, the Panther misses and hits the wreck of the other IS-2. IS-2 can back off for repairs. SU-100 pushes up. But it's pushed up a little bit too far, I think. Oh wait, no way, it took out the Tiger! Oh boy, not looking good for the Germans now. And Gappy Nobby is just providing a lot of support utility here. Panskivs are setting up 100mm. I guess that's what they're spending their population on, rather than getting vehicles. Although I think some more T-54s probably not be amiss to help support the pushes. T-54 pushes up down here. Express on road, takes out the officer almost. Actually, does take him out. And never mind, he has a unit back there still. TIE tank still around though. Takes out the T-54. And lots of hit the youth have also been mobilized. Try and help them shore up the front line. T-54-85 advances. Pack gets a good shot there. T-45 on an off flag also advances but gets hit by the packs and gets forced back. Long match again. Seems to get a lot of long matches. Again, this is a 4v4 on the Eastern Front, so of course it's going to be a long one. Looks like the ISU-122 is trying to drive up here, but it turns its side. Oh, which gets hit, but the Katyusha opens fire. Destroying the MG. And that's an opening the Soviets can make use of. They just lack the impetus to push together. Like a lot of conscripts here, but they're not ready for the monoline yet. But I think you're still going to creep, trying to creep up, trying to creep up though. ISU took a bit shot there. Molotov going in there on the pack. ISU took an iron shot, but it's still alive. T-45 is now moving up to take the front line instead. There's a lack of infantry to support them though. IS2 pushes down here, but took a shot from something. Another heavy vehicle. It's another SG-100. Force needs some repairs. Their mobility has been damaged somewhat. Artillery strike on the southern flank. Looks like it's going to be smoke. And the sappers advance, but if they do get hit by the shells, they will take damage. Because the shells are still solid objects after all. Satchel charge going in that position. Ooh. Good timing too. That killed 3 things. A pack, another squad, and a Storm Grenadier was retreating. That's actually really well timed. E-Force also wreaking havoc on the German front line now. E-Force can do a lot of work. Now the Germans need to be the one on the offense, I think, because the longer they just stay back, the more they'll get shelled to hell. Liberians are advancing. Let's have some sappers there. The MG42 is ready to fire again though. Actually that's an MG44, my bad. Still lots of Hitler youth down here, but not really much else. Tank holds the center south somewhat. And we have the Panther tank here to hold the center. That might be a different Panther. The old Panther die? Looks like it did. Did I actually already see that? Huh. Sure if I did. That tank pushes northward. The first assist tries to push forward. They're screening for the Tiger tank. Looks like the Tiger tank decides to just pull back instead, rather than keep engaging up there. Looks like the Soviets are advancing over. There's some more conscripts up there. T-54s and India and SG-122 in the move. But a good shot there, they actually destroyed the Tiger! But that's an opening they needed, they just need more infantry to capitalize on it. They've cleared out the packs. They need to clear out the Panzer IV. Oh, so far no lock there. There it goes. M2 does reload fast. And so can just get some more infantry units at the ready. They can actually do a good assault there. So it's also able to secure a munitions point here with the shock troopers. Next wave of conscripts are moving out here. And the question is whether the Soviets will utilize it. More Katyusha rockets going in the German front line. Let's see, we also have more Panzer Grenadiers there. Who's firing around here? Probably even take out some tanks. Ooh, almost. Did take out a assist gun and a Maxim. I think that was a Maxim. Looks like it. IS-2 pushes up somewhat. And a lot of stuff here to stop it. They got hit by a pack. And the Panther's coming in, so one side decides to back off. That's being hit by a lot of things. So it's also gearing up infantry down here. Huntscott assaulting up on an open flank. Doing another for Mother Russia. And just pushing forward, not stopping. That is the advantage of it. You just push so many men into the meat grinder. And not have to care about them. Because they can replenish those losses really quick. Like, Soviet rifle tactic really does benefit from that when you use the full Mother Russia ability from the Major. But I feel some more infantry with automatic weapons might have been able to solve it if they got close. Like MP40s, that kind of stuff. I've seen a minefield in the way, but it's very hard to set up in these conditions. Because they are under a lot of pressure constantly. Is Kagabu not playing anymore? The stuff is just sitting around. Like, if they've gone AFK, that's a really bad sign. And so it's advancing again, using the smoke cover. Yeah, I'm not sure what Kagabu is doing. Like, does Kagabu just go AFK if they're losing a battle or something? Because I've not seen any movement from them for a while. They even lost the Tiger, apparently. Panther to move on the northern flank. So is still amassing more vehicles though. Oh, he is reinforcing, so Kagabu is still playing. And I'm just seeing a lot of movement from them. Like, they have a lot of resources they could easily utilize. HE-100 moving up. There's also a minefield being prepared by the Soviets. Very smart. Quickly just take the time to make it hard to be pushed back out again. Tank an open flank, taking heavy losses. Or the heavy hits, rather. Takes out the ISU. Definitely need some repairs after that. Ooh, Panther gets taken out by a 100mm AT gun. Looks like Nabi got set this tactic down, but it's just conscripts and setting up 100mm AT guns. I feel like the 100mm AT guns should probably be limited somewhat. Or perhaps increased in population cost potentially? I'm not sure. I need some kind of balancing on it. Tank encountering the IS-2 here. It has the second Tiger for support. IS-2's loading an AP round. Almost takes out the Tiger, but it has to back off this time, I think. If it can win. Yeah, it cannot win that fight. Heat rounds takes it out. And the Soviets is still advancing up here with a T-34. And an M-shot. So it's certainly doing a good bit of work here. I'm still not sure what Kagabu is doing, as in the lack of doing anything. At this point, I feel the Soviets kind of have this battle down. And the B4 is opening fire still, doing a fair amount of damage, I think. Once that's event 25. IS-2 in the move again. Yeah, I kind of agree it's somewhat over at this point. But I imagine it's because Kagabu is not present. Oh yeah, well, it is Glan's actually calling it for it. But the Germans are just being stopped, and it's just because Kagabu cannot surrender it because they're clearly not playing at the moment. Which I feel is very silly. And the Soviets are just rolling through at this point. There's not really much to hold them back anymore. More Italians have been called in. That Panthers are going to survive. Oh, that high explosive round almost destroyed it. One more high explosive should do it. Tiger tank moves up though. So far the IS-2's armor is holding up. Hammer somehow survived that. Ooh, and then it gets shot in the flank by another Tiger. Hammer gets taken out though by the flanking of the Soviet medium armor. It's how the infantry is quickly rushing up. They're getting close here to the tanks. But do they have any AT equipment? They're not being upgraded with Panzerfaust. I don't really think they have any AT equipment. Lots of artillery strikes going in, and the Soviet conscripts are preparing to push. Moving forwards.
We are suffering losses.
This is basically over. Yeah, because Kagaku is not playing, that's really giving the Germans a big disadvantage here. We can speed up time a bit. But we've still got a little bit left for some reason. Because it's clearly now over. But it's probably going to have to keep playing because of Kagaku not playing. And yeah, the Soviets just blast the German base.
Enemy has destroyed one of our forts. We must defend our headquarters.
Yeah, now the Germans are stuck in their base. At this point, I think it's perfectly fine to base bomb at this point. What can the Germans do? So we just need to push in and end this. And some of this Panzerwerfer is still getting a lot of kills. And why are they not giving up? At this point, there's nothing wrong in just surrendering. Yeah, because that's the big problem there. Yeah, 3 should be enough to overman them in a surrender vote, I think. But it's been quite a battle, at least, I'll say that. And even the Tiger is still fighting on there. But here comes to the next wave of the Soviets. Just pushing through with the medium vehicles. And Conscious moving in. Tiger tank quickly turning its gun around. Takes out one T-34. Mobility lost though. Soviet tanks need to keep driving forwards. Heat round loaded. Takes out another Sherman. No, it actually didn't take it out. At this point, a surrender. Finally. Well, that was quite a match. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.